Ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and droids across our beloved empire, let me just get ahead of the ball right now before Imperial High Command comes rolling on in here asking questions. I'm going to throw the Thrawn terminology around, but I did a thing, and it's going to shock the masses, but in the words of the wise Grand Admiral Thrawn, famous for being taken down by a bunch of teenage kids in the rebellion, to defeat an enemy, you must know them. Not simply their battle tactics, but their art, their history, and their philosophy. And what I'm talking about today is the Rebel fleet. It hurts a little bit, but man, it pays dividends. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. I've been working on this project since goodness gracious last year, October 2020, give or take, when we first got the first news that we are going to be having 2 fleets on Grand Arena defense. This kind of started motivating me to work on my Rebel fleet, and over the past months, I've been working towards them to today, where I finally perfected the core components to having a really powerful Rebel fleet to scare your opponents when you place it on defense, but also can be a very powerful utility knife when you go up against Malevolences and Negotiators. And what I mean by this is I've taken my Akbar to Relic 7 finally. It hurts because these characters aren't the best. That's why people are sometimes reluctant to kind of invest in the ships, because we have so many other things with characters that we have to develop for various legendaries, galactic legends, yada, yada, yada. Things like Admiral Akbar and Biggs, as we're going to show you, people don't want to put him at high relics or high gear. But I took my Akbar to Relic 7, gave him 6 stop mods. If you don't understand how ship progression works, ship speeds and their stats are determined by the character's levels. They're the abilities you upgrade, the gear level, the relic levels, and what type of dot mods you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and preferably you want to have 6 dot mods on your characters so you can maximize the speed potential of your fleets. And besides my Relic Akbar, I took my Biggs Dark Glider to Relic 7 as well. That's really some big strides for the ship. I do not have 6 dot mods fully on it, but really it's not that necessary. But also on top of that, what I also finally completed was taking my Viston Ewing to Relic 7 and putting the 6 dot mods on them so I can get the most speed potential out of this fleet. Now, I know data suggests on YouTube that ships is not the most engaging content, people, and I understand that. I assume that's probably the same data that Galaxy of Heroes sees. The ships is not the most engaged in like content, but still, nonetheless, I find ships important because if you're someone that's not able to catch up with the character metas, the great thing about fleet metas is that they do not really change. We've been sitting in the same fleet arena meta since about 2019 with Malevolence and Negotiators, and the good thing about that is it lets more free-to-play people catch up in terms of keeping up with some sort of meta. And if you can be pretty competitive in fleets, you're going to get lots of Zetas, lots of crystals to kind of feed your character progressions and your character farming process. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show how a Relic Rebel fleet can be very competitive up against Malevolences as well as Negotiators. In case you're someone that's not going to be able to get a Negotiator or Malevolence anytime soon, this fleet I'm going to show you is the next best fleet you are going to want to invest in. You don't need crazy high relics, but if you want to really have the best fleet possible, the higher the relics you can invest in Rebels, it's going to pay dividends in Grandaries, because lots of people choke up on a high relic Rebel fleet. I'm not talking from personal experience here, but on offense as well. If you want to place a harder defense, like put Negotiator and Malevolence on defense, and you master the Rebel fleet, you can really do some powerful stuff on offense as well. Why don't we start up with going up against a Malevolence first, then we're going to go up against this Negotiator right up here. So this is the lineup I'm running. We got our Relic 7 Akbar. Man, it hurts, but man, it makes a little bit of a difference, I'll tell you that. And I start off with this, and really, these are the 3 core ships, as well as the capital ship that you want to invest in. All these other things are kind of nice, but really, I don't quite ever get to my whole entire reinforcement lineup. These 4 ships up here, Akbar, Falcon, Viston Ewing, and Biggs, are kind of the 4 cornerstone ships you want to invest in with the relics, the gear, and whatnot to really get a powerful Rebel fleet together. All right, set them on the battle. Enough chit chat. Let's get the show on the road here. That's a long intro right there to kind of justify my treacherous behavior towards the Empire, but I assure you, it's for the better good of our Empire. So here we go. What I like to do is with the Viston Ewing is start off with this right here, the scouting mission, and hopefully we can try to get Sunfac out as fast as possible. We're gonna do a little spinning trick right here, and now Biggs Dark Glider comes on in with the masses. We should have target lock on the character at the beginning, so we should be able to call it a massive system here. In a moment, we should be able to kill out Sunfac. Normally, we kill him off, so already out the gate. We're having a bad RNG outcome, but still, nonetheless, We're going to be all right. There we go. Sunfac already out of the picture. And probably what I'm going to do right here is let's just go ahead and call him Mass Swarm on that Vulture Droid so we don't have to worry about the buff immunity that comes around with it. Boom, look at already gone. 2 ships already absolutely decimated at the beginning, leaving the Hyena Bomber out in the open for the taking here. So there we go. We're gonna just keep everything. Look at that. Millennium Falcon just churning through this fleet right here. We might lose Biggs because we unfortunately got that stun. Probably should have cleansed him, but nonetheless, we're gonna be all right. I mean, basically, it's game, set, match this point. Look at this. Imagine placing this on defense. Your opponent's not thinking twice, and this opening combo just blows them out of the water. I mean, I know ships is not the most exciting thing, but imagine just and think of a Grand Arena territory war setting where you're able to place a very tough lead on defense and you're able to use this on offense, or even better yet, that opening combo I did right there. That is a combo that we already see the AI do naturally by itself. They focus fire on a couple of ships all together. Boom, in less than a minute, you took out the first or second best fleet in Galaxy of Heroes. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. How about we do, let's just do one more Malevolence battle. Then we'll do 2 Negotiator battles up there again, hopping into battle. It's crazy, and I'm happy that I finally got to this point where I have a very good Rebel fleet. It's taken a while. I've been quite reluctant to get this knocked out, but in the end, I'm very excited for this next Grand Arena season. Hopefully, I get a lot of good use, whether I use Rebels on defense or offense. The same thing, we're going to do that. No assist that time, so great. So we're going to get Biggs Dark Lighter for the assist. So in this situation, we had a little bit, even a little bit worse of an outcome last time, but still no worries. Just keep spamming that basic out there, and we're going to just get rid of, you know what? We're going to try to do a 2-for-1 kill. I'm probably not going to kill off Sunvac, but he's going to die off sooner or later. Nonetheless, there we go. All right, boom. Again, look at how powerful of an opening that is. It doesn't matter if height, Hound's Tooth is there. You can handle Hound's Tooth with relative ease. Again, going all in there. There we go. Hopefully we can get that critical damage shooting off. Biggs Dark Letter going to die pretty fast. And I guess the good thing about this lineup here is that you really don't need the Rebel Y-Wing. The Rebel Y-Wing is definitely a harder farm to get. Biggs Dark Lighter is a very accessible. We're going to do something a little bit different. We'll go ahead and heal up Biggs Dark Lighter here at least, so he doesn't die off too quickly. Just use basics here. Boom, boom, boom. I want you in my room. So I guess there's a good and bad thing depending on how you look at it. There we go. We got the Houndstooth there, so we're going to have a little bit of a complication, but it's still, nonetheless, we're going to be all good. Come on, get a couple big hits. Ooh, they're going after Biston. All right, it's getting a little messy. It's getting a little messier. All right, here we go. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, bring in Cassian. Cassian is probably the first reinforcement you want to bring in because he has a mass buff dispel right here. And what I want to really do is get that Hyena Bomber out of the picture. This Mass from Gorilla Strike is extremely powerful, especially when you max it out. You're guaranteed critical hits with your Rebels. Boom, boom, gone. And now we just got to deal with the Hounds too. Let's clean up those buzzies. Use our basics. Boom, boom. Looking good. We might lose Biggs Darklight here, unfortunately. Here we go. Get another round of target locks going. All right, he's gone. Usually Biggs Darklighter dies in this lineup. We might lose our Biston Ewing. I got to use my cleanses a little bit more frequently. There we go. We just got to get through this guy, and we should be good. So this one's going to be a little bit trickier because that beginning opening move wasn't the best. Where's our buff dispel? There we go. Dispelled a target enemy. There we go. Let's go ahead and remove Terminator. There we go. And now let's go call him the Mass Swarm right here. Maybe it's enough to get rid of him, and not quite. We got to get a couple more Millennium Falcon punches in there. I think we're going to be good to go. Come on. Let's get in there, Falcon. Let's go, go, go. Almost there. Come on, guys. Let's go, 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 go. All right, let's do here. We have dispel all debuffs on target ally. All right. Let's get that off of us there. And we just got to get Millennium Falcon to get in here. And, oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Come on. Get that last kill right here. So this battle definitely was a little bit trickier right here. Here we go. We're going to do our thing right here. Can we please, oh, my God. Can we please get a basic kill? There we go. This should seal the deal. All right. So even in this situation where things got really haywire, it was still a manageable win. Nonetheless, again, we took out Malevolence twice already, and you can look at this in whatever direction makes your heart feel better, whether you want to use Rebels for offense to climb up Arena, or use them on offense in Grand Arena, or use them on defense. Because even for Hux is the only fleet that can really try to get ahead of the game and beat this fleet. But man, a perfected Rebel lineup is a tricky one for Hux to deal with, and it can get really, really messy. So now, we got this Negotiator up here on top, so let's go and give it a stab. Malevolence, you know, Malevolence is a good fleet, don't get me wrong. It's just as good as Negotiator, but usually Negotiators can sometimes pose a more difficult problem. And the strategy here with going up against the Negotiator is we either, one, obviously we want to kill off Jedi Anakin before General Kenobi gets a turn, or two, what you want to do is at least get Anakin in the yellow, so the Negotiator doesn't open up with the AoE days of mass assist, but instead does the unending loyalty on Skywalker. So there we go. So far we're looking good, and this is why you want Biggs Darklighter in here, because he's got the mass assist, and boom, Anakin should be in the yellow, and we actually triggered unending loyalty, so that's fine. And now we're gonna do our little wiggle, do a little spinning trick that always seems to work. Smash that AoE. We're gonna try to get Anakin out. Sometimes you can kill off Anakin, but not all the time. But we still did our thing nonetheless. We wanted Kenobi to use unending loyalty, and we seem to be all right. So what we're gonna do actually is I want to heal up my Biggs Dark Letter this time. I want to keep him alive because we're gonna have some big damage coming our way any moment now, and I want to make sure Biggs Dark Letter can survive as long as possible. We're gonna start going after Houndstooth here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we have to go after this fool now. Okay. All right, still we have to play around with Jedi Knight Anakin. He should come out of stealth any moment now. Come on, wake up, buddy. Let's play. All right, he's out of stealth. And what we're going to try to do is I'm going to try not to get him into unending loyalty yet again. We should be able to get that off him. All right, let's do this. Ooh, see, this would have been a great opportunity. If Anakin was already under stealth, we could have called in Cassian, dispelled the buffs, and go straight after him. But what we're going to do instead this time is why don't we go ahead? We're going to bring in the Rebel Y-Wing. Let's go, yeah, bring in that Rebel Y-Wing. Actually, you know what? We're going to bring Cassian. I want to clean up that disruption over there. So here we go. You know what? Let's see if we can, you know what? I was going to clear up the disruption, but I changed my mind. Let's get rid of Houndstooth here. Boom, boom, gone. All right. That should get Anakin. There we go. All right, all right, all right. Okay, we're sorry, Biggs. You're taking a little bit of beating. I know I meant to save you a little bit earlier. All right, Anakin took out Biggs. Let's see if we can try to get this fool out of here. Do basic, call him the assist. There we go. So still, we had to kind of play around with that a little bit. I was kind of hoping to get Anakin out a little bit earlier, but we're still getting the job done. And what do we have? We have two Y-Wings here. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice we had the Rebel Y-Wing here. Let's do this. We're going to go ahead. Let's go and dispel. We don't need to dispel Debo, so let's just do that. Do a buff dispel right there. I like to use basics as much as possible by Millennium Falcon because getting those constant assists are huge. All right, we lost our, was that Cassian? That was Cassian down for the count. Now we just got to basically survive as long as possible. No need to do the AoE because we're not going to get any assists. We'll just do basics for the time being. All right, all right, all right. There we go. Let's see. Get some. Let's go hide under stealth. Doesn't really matter. We're going to call in. Who are we calling in? Plo Koon coming out. Usually when Jedi Anakin's out, we are pretty much good to go here. Ooh, we got a couple of options here. We could go ahead, cleanse him up. You know, it's probably best to call in a reinforcement. Let's do a reinforcement, bring it in, and we should get that daze off of our piston any moment now. Can we get disruption? Good. Disruption applies. That should be a pretty quick kill for us right there. Come on, can we get a kill? Almost, not quite. Do AoE here to try to get, there we go. Why am I cheering for a Rebel fleet? Because, man, whew, I'm excited for this next Grand Arena season just because of fleets. It's weird. I'm normally not excited about ships, but I'm really excited to see what this fleet is going to pull for me on offensive defense. I'm not sure how exactly I'm going to use it, and that would be game state match. I don't want to knock them back because they have a payout happening any moment now. Actually, I think we're going to be good to go here. Let's double check. Can I do it? Let's see. And it looks like their payout is over. So let's just go ahead, claim number one, and boom, shaka laka. I know, trust me, you're preaching to the choir. I know I'm gonna say it. I hate ships, yada yada yada. Trust me, ships is not my favorite game mode in Galaxies, but I practiced my Rebel fleet today, and I climbed from number 40 a few moments ago, got to number 1 without any losses with my Rebel fleet on offense. If you're someone, again, the moral of the story is one, if you can't keep up with the character measures, you can't keep up with the Galactic Legend, the squadron is not a good source of currency for you anymore. Ships, at least right now, unless Capital invest more into the infrastructure and building up ships in the next upcoming year and give it the character treatment by spamming lots of ships over time. Right now, ships is the best place to get your resources free to play because a Rebel fleet can take you a long way even without a good guild to help you get the guild event token 2 currency, get the Malevolence and the Negotiator in Fleet Arena. It's fairly easy to climb up and get those Zeta material, those fleet shipment materials, which I use for Zetas, and the crystal income, because let me tell you, it is pretty tough to climb inside of Squad Arena unless you're able to keep up with the characters that come to the game. Squad Arena right now is more or less a super veteran thing or a kind of a whale and kraken area, but fleets, the good thing is there's no crazy mods involved, and it doesn't change that much. So, ladies and gentlemen, Gungans and Droid, that has been my project complete. I can rest in peace knowing that my fleets are in a very good position, and I'm just trying to figure out what do I want to use this for in Grand Arena. Do I want to scare my opponents on defense by placing the Rebel fleet, or do I want to scare my opponents by placing more difficult fleets like Negotiator, Malevolence, and use the home one on offense? That's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like if you did enjoy the video, comment down below and all your thoughts, and don't you dare report me to Imperial High Command, because you guys don't want to be without me. Let me tell you, because as we always say around here, it's great to be in the Empire today.